With fall being upon us, we must say that finding time to work with the van had been a challenge. That happy medium was important, so Givy and I agreed that we would go for little hikes early in the morning to enjoy the changing of colors and then come back home to get back on our fun project. To our dearest family and friends who have been cheering us on this journey, thank you with all our hearts. Hope you will enjoy this episode. In this episode, we're going to show you how we installed our insulation. But before we do that, we just want to quickly share with you how we installed our fans and the roof rails. We are not going to go into so much detail because we feel that we really don't need to do that. We have now created this big hole. This is where the fan is going to go into. But before we do that, we're just going to do a little bit of cleaning, and then we're going to apply some paint to protect the edges from rusting. Once we are done painting, we are just going to let it sit for a bit to dry, after which we are going to apply this butyl tape around this hole. This part was pretty tricky because, as you can see, the roof is not flat. So to be able to install the fan without leaks, obviously we have to create a flat surface. And to do that, we layered this butyl tape until we had that flat surface, and then time to install the fan. Once we installed the fans, we had days and days of rain, which in a way was good because then we were able to test if we were going to have any leak, which we didn't, which means that we did a great job. Next up was to remove these button looking thing on top of the roof with the use of a heat gun. We had to do this to be able to install the roof rails. Now you can see the fans were installed. We have 2 fans on the roof, and then the rails, this is where we're going to attach the frame for our solar panels. Right now we don't have power yet inside the van, so I'm just gonna have Gibby manually open and close this fan just to show you how it looks. And this fan has a rain sensor, so as long as we have power, it will automatically close on its own. Now for the insulation, we are installing 3 layers. First layer will be Reflectix, and then the Havelock wool, and then the last layer will be another Reflectix to seal everything off. For some, it may sound like an overkill, but because we know that we are going to use this in the winter time, and we live in a part of Canada where winter can be so nasty, we just want to make sure that we insulate this van the best that we can, so that once we are out, it is not going to be as bad, hopefully.
Got my bag.
Where's the empty? The shower.
Oh, you need that one?
Yeah, I don't want the wool to get into my hair.
But
Alright, let's do this.
yeah.
I forgot to bring the wire that we have, the steel wire. So we're gonna tie the string into the steel wire, and then the wool, we're gonna tie at the other end. We're gonna do that. All we have to do is we'll just feed the wire, take a little bend, just so once it goes through, and then we'll pick it up, like say here, and then there you go. Earlier in this video, I mentioned something about poking the wire at one end of the ribs and then pulling it out on the other end, and you were probably wondering what I was talking about. This is basically what I meant. The picture right here is what that looks like. The most challenging process for us was insulating the sides of the van because we couldn't figure out how to keep these wool bats in place. We tried a few different options, and what worked for us was stitching these wool bats together, and it turned out to be the best solution for us. Okay, so we're gonna show you the finished product of our Havelock wool insulation. So this is how the van looks right now. There's the ceiling and the back side of the van. That piece there that's hanging, we have to create a hole for the wire of the solar panels to go through. And there you go, that's how it looks. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you in the next one.